All right, a very big welcome to you, my awesome listeners and viewers from all over the world. This is another episode of The Truth with Ben Jokes, your trusted channel for political analysis. I'm starting with a very sad story. Not that Nigeria offers great stories, but this one is exceptionally sad. Look at it. Ozekome slams Supreme Court for affirming death sentence on Adamawa Christian farmer who defended himself against killer headsmen. This is heartbreaking. Thousands of Christians are slaughtered annually in Nigeria, and one defends himself and it becomes a crime? In this same country where Boko Haram members are pardoned, rehabilitated, and treated like heroes. So, if you are watching this video, be you Muslim, Christian, pagan, Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, Tiv, Igala, or any other tribe, the Supreme Court of the land, under the influence of the APC, just sentenced an innocent man to death for defending himself against terrorists. So when we say that the APC is a terrorist group, this is one of the proofs. Now, let us look at the top story. The people of Akwa Ibom have spoken. At the last APC summit, Senate President Godswill AKPABIO claimed that all the political parties in Akwa Ibom State had collapsed into the APC in support of him, Tinubu, and the state governor for 2027. But we knew he was lying. Akwa Ibom State will never be an APC state. It remains a PDP state at the gubernatorial level and an obedient state at the presidential level. And few hours ago, the people of Akwa Ibom State proved it. The governor of the state, ENO, gathered his own paid crowd for a town hall meeting to announce his defection and endorsement of the APC. But the people embarrassed the governor. They shouted a resounding no when he asked if they were ready to move with him to the APC. His own crowd that he paid. The governor then got angry and began saying it is a must for him, Tinubu and AKPABIO, to return to office in 2027. Before I show you details of this top story and how Nigerians reacted, let me quickly show you this video. The people of Benue are now rejecting the army. They said the army under the APC is backing Fulanis to kill them. Whether you are Muslim, Christian, Igbo, or Yoruba, watch this video without bias and know what your country has turned into.
Oh yes, there is no way we cannot appreciate the role of the military in managing or attempting to manage the state of insecurity that we currently experience in our states and in some of these flash points of local government, to which APA local government, my own local government, is one of the worst hit in recent time. And I confirm that the women, youths, and the entire leadership of APA local government has brought to our attention, even before the protests, a sense complicity on the side of the military, whose primary responsibility is to also protect our people, lives, and property. These military that were in our place, particularly in APA local government, who were carrying out their lawful duty, intercepting some this youth. There is this allegation that one of our young chap died under the hands of the military. That matter is under investigation as to the cost for arrest and why with the military and why did he have to die. The youth, women of APA were all out and then pushing the position that they no longer need the presence of the military. It's at the level of their understanding of the role of the military and the desirability of having the military around in such a times. Are there complexity? Yes. Complexity, such as the case of, a young man dying under their watch. And then we had received reports from the community that there are several times that these invaders will come and a call will be put to the military, and their response will be either after these invaders must have caused havoc and have retreated, and then the military will show to help evacuate diseased and also, in some other breath, prevents the locals in the attempt to protecting their own selves in their lands. But let me use this occasion, as I agree completely with the expression of the women and the youths of AKPA local government, and that seemingly is the reflection of an ordinary man around the street. We have the understanding that the presence of the military will ward off this invader, but regrettably, we kept seeing the surging of these invaders and their activities around our land, causing loss of lives and property. But again, I will not express, the true position of things without sending strong words of, condolence and appreciation to the military formation, because in the course of protecting our own land, in particular our local government, we have recorded cases where about 4 of them lost their life attempting to protect our people.
You heard that. The presence of the military has not stopped the killings in any region in Nigeria. Benue is the 4th state in Nigeria where the military is being accused of complicity, of helping terrorists to kill citizens. Believe me, the APC are behind all this. Every single bigwig in the APC is aware of the contract between the party and the terrorists in Nigeria. That is why the army chiefs will even instruct the soldiers not to respond to some attacks sometimes. You will call soldiers will not show up. Then, after the attack, they will show up and begin preventing the citizens from defending themselves or from going after the attackers. That is why a man defended himself and he has now been sentenced to death. The guy who died in the hands of the army, who the interviewer talked about, was one of the strongest defenders of their Gatus against Fulani terrorists under ex-governor Otom. He wanted to begin defending his people this time around. The next thing, the soldiers arrested him, and the next thing, he is dead. That was why the people began protesting heavily. The women came out and began saying the soldiers should leave their local government. The APC is helping terrorists to kill innocent Nigerians. If you are listening to me right now, no matter your tribe or religion, if you are not satisfied with the killing of innocent Nigerians, then you must join the campaign to end the APC in Nigeria before the APC ends Nigeria. Point blank, period. Let's take this next video by Files.
Well, how would you rate 2 years of the Tinubu administration? I think we just celebrated him doing 2 years on May 20th, last week, May 29th. Huh? You say you want to talk to the president. What do you want to say to him?
I think it goes without saying that more than anything, we've moved backwards. There's not much progress that's been recorded. I think I remember the campaign slogan being, "It is my turn."
Renewed hope.
Apart from, that was just the general.
Yeah, exactly.
That's slogan, Emilio Corner, which translates to "it is my turn."
Yeah.
And now it just seems like, what were you planning on doing? We're still waiting. It's remaining 2 more years.
Yeah.
Maybe there's still a plan.
Halftime.
Yeah.
Maybe there's still a plan.
Yeah.
But as it stands now, first half, we never see anything.
You saw that. It is your turn. It is your turn to do what? Emilio Con for what? And of course, Files kept it real. We have not seen anything in your first 2 years. Old man, you have actually taken us backwards. And I like it when people are being asked this question about Tinubu's first 2 years directly, so that they can make it clear that he has failed woefully, because the Tinubu camp is already test running the things they are going to say during the campaign in 2026-2027. And I can assure you that things will be much worse than they are today. And Tinubu and his men will still be saying that they have done extraordinarily well. So it is important that Nigerians start rejecting that demonic narrative now before they try to bring it in 2027. Now, let us look at the top story. The people of Akwa Ibom made an emphatic statement hours ago. AKPABIO has been bragging that the state is now an APC state and that the state is ready to support Tinubu, him, AKPABIO, and the state governor, ENO, who has all but declared his movement to the APC for 2027. But in a shocking twist of events, a paid crowd rejected the APC with a loud no, shaming Tinubu, AKPABIO, and the governor, who began forcing the APC on the people. Look at how the papers reported it. Defection drama. Governor ENO declares it is time to move. Akwa Ibomites shout no. In a dramatic turn of events during a town hall meeting at AKPABIO, Governor ENO of Akwa Ibom State announced his intention to defect from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressive Congress, but was met with resounding opposition from the crowd. Speaking at the town square meeting with the AKPABIO Federal Constituency on Wednesday, the governor said he had conducted extensive consultations and was convinced that it is time to move in order to align the state with the ruling party at the federal level. We are progressively moving forward, linking Akwa Ibom to the center, and I know you are going with us. Are you going with us so we can connect to the center? ENO asked. However, in a response to the governor's call, a thunderous no erupted from the audience, overshadowing the handful of yes voices, creating a tense atmosphere in the crowded venue at the AKPABIO local government grounds. Despite the pushback, Governor ENO continued to make the case for defection, citing the need for Akwa Ibom to belong and be counted in national politics and to support Bola Tinubu and Senate President Godswill AKPABIO ahead of the 2027 general elections. We thank you for your support. I've gone round to consult, and so we have done enough consultation. The time has come that we will move and we will go to where God is leading us, the governor said. He emphasized the importance of unity across party lines and declared that Tinubu, AKPABIO, and himself must return to office in 2027. Governor ENO's comments mark a significant political shift in Akwa Ibom State and have sparked heated reactions, suggesting the road to realignment may not be as smooth as anticipated. It was never going to be smooth. AKPABIO was just lying to people. It was just a make-believe that the people of Akwa Ibom worship him, that anywhere he goes, they will go. That is not true. Are you going with us so we can connect to the center? The people shouted, no. You see, this phrase, connect to the center, is the new criminal phrase they have crafted for their evil. Alex Otti is not connected to the center. He is a Labour Party governor, and he is the best performing governor in Nigeria. Benue and Benue are APC states. They are connected to the center, and they are the states most hit by insecurity in Nigeria today. So what is the value of being connected to a center that cannot even balance, because the center is being held by a man that cannot even hold himself? What is the benefit of being connected to a center that cannot hold? Because when the center cannot hold, things fall apart, and such has become the case of Nigeria. They have told the governor, no, we are not going with you. And then he just began wasting his time and saying all those things. In fact, other reports said that some people began walking out of the hall. Of course, the governor himself had already complained that some of his commissioners were already maltreating him because they saw his desire to join the APC. So all those things that AKPABIO is saying, that the state is already tied down for him and Tinubu, are all lies. This crowd has disgraced the three of them. This is a crowd that they paid, because nobody is going to gather for any politician in Nigeria if you don't pay them, except you are Peter Obi. And look at how Nigerians reacted. Let's take some of the tweet reactions. This tweet here by Michael says, this man is so confused. Once he goes to the APC, he will understand that Kurumbu is overestimated. And Eunice here says, it is time for Akwa Ibomites to kick him out. A true sellout hiding as a pastor, neglecting the oppressed and needy citizens of Akwa Ibom that put him in office. Looted billions of Akwa Ibom, now running from EFCC, jumping over to criminals cove of APC for cover up. Get ENO out now. And this tweet here says, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a failed president, and 2027 will be his last year in office. And Dunu says he is defecting all the same because he doesn't believe in people's votes. He is relying on not even rigging, but writing the results of the elections. That is the illusion Tinubu planted in them. Dull balloons. And It is such a pity that with all the despicable things happening in Nigeria, with the despicable state that this country is in, the APC and the criminals in it are only interested in 2027. But Akwa Ibom has made a loud, emphatic statement putting an end to all the lies that AKPABIO has been telling, that the people have surrendered to Tinubu and himself. So this goes to show you that the defections are just, panic moves. These guys are just running to one place. If you look at the APC deep within the party, it has become empty. It's just those guys at the head that you can see, but they can still rig elections because they control the institutions. But if we are talking about the grassroots, we are talking about the people, they don't have it anymore. And if Nigerians desire to take their country back, they can easily do it by uniting and keeping their sentiments aside. And I keep saying it, if we desire to have a country that we can be proud of in the near future, that is what we must do. As a matter of fact, if we desire to have a country at all, we must do that. Come together, cast our sentiments aside, and get rid of the APC. But until then, make I still enter town, make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because of una. Now I dey here, so don't go away. Don't go away.